do I feel good today. What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge, your sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting, and it is not close. All of the odds on the Early Edge are powered by our incredible partners, the king of all sports books, BetMGM. Coming off a really good day at the brand yesterday. We killed it on Thursday Night Football. How about my man Proppy? If you're a SportsLine member, then you already know he was perfect across two sports, the NFL and the NBA. So how do we back that up? Well, we have another busy day at the brand today. Do not forget, you want to see Proppy? You want to see everything he's about with Uncle Dave, with EC, who, by the way, went 2-0 last night. We teased him about those field goal props, and it cashed easy. So today, 4 p.m. Eastern time, all three of them will join me for our Props Week 9 extravaganza. Now, if you're brand new to this show and you just happen to drop in today to kind of check us out, well, guess what? You've come at exactly the right time. Now, as Reed says in the chat, smash that like button for us. Then take the chat down, hit the like button, put it right back up. You're all good. You can talk all you want because today's a special day. We work hard all week to get to today. The boys are waiting. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one and the only Big Pick Energy Friday. Let's go. Oh, it's an embarrassment of riches. Look who's here. Oh, the sniper is here. The counselor of cash is here. Congratulations on the showdown, sir. Buckets is here, feeling a little bit better. And the man who named this show. Please welcome, I say one and only. He is the one and only Chip Patterson. Good morning, Chip.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, Pockets. Good morning, Sniper. Good morning, Sia. Good morning, Snake. Good morning, Early Edge fam. It's knockout. It's knockout. We got elimination games all over college football. It's a knockout weekend. Not quite good check Saturday, but that's coming up. Knockout weekend in CFB. Excited to break it down with y'all.
Oh, man. God, it makes me feel so good, so alive. So does our man who gets the 15 seconds today. He just landed. He's just wheels down after an incredible trip to the World Series. Sniper, I would love to hear all about it. You get our 15 seconds.
So when I was walking around the concourse after the Rangers won the World Series, I walked by a guy, a really big guy, and he was wiping tears away from his eyes, and his eyes were red as if he had been almost bawling. And it took me back to 7 years ago when I had to storm out of the Cleveland press box because I started crying when the Cubs won the World Series. And I just wanted to say that to me is truly what sports are all about, is the love that the fans feel for their teams. And it was just so cool for me to see a fan base get that feeling. That was the first World Series championship ever for the Texas Rangers.
I saw a video online. It was kind of funny, actually, but it was same type of thing. A man was crying. His wife says, "You didn't cry this much when your son was born." He says, "I've known him for just 23 years. I've known the Rangers all my life." I was like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. By the way, somebody's giving you all kinds of flowers in the chat saying you should be on vacation after a long baseball season. But no, he's here for us and doing the work. Thank you, Sniper. Thank you, Sniper. He's not going to miss Big Pick Energy
My
Friday.
pleasure.
What are you talking
Correct.
about? Now, we've got a busy weekend at the brand. Are you kidding me? We've got an in-season tournament to talk about. We've got college football to talk about. And also the NFL. My squad, my team, wheels up to Germany. They're going to be playing. They're technically the home team. But Tyreek Hill, talking that trash already. This should be a good one. Chiefs, very small favorite, 1.5. The total, 51. Counselor, I'm going to start with you. Are we fading? Are we following my Chiefs to get it done on Sunday morning in Germany?
Yeah, we're going to fade your Chiefs. I noticed this line, I think it was a 2.5 a couple days ago, now down to 1.5. That makes sense to me. I think the Dolphins are going to outright win this game. I'll tell you, the Dolphins got to Germany earlier than the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs showed up maybe last night, whereas the Dolphins were there a few days ago. I do think that matters. And I'll tell you, Coach, Meg McDonald, I'll give her a shout out. She has the first half Dolphins bet here. And because of them showing up earlier, we've noticed that in other games out in London, the team that shows up earlier is usually more fresh, more acclimated in the first half. I know that sounds kind of like a trend, but I don't really think it is in terms of like just relying on a trend. It makes complete sense that a team that's going to be there earlier is going to be more acclimated. So I like the Dolphins to win, but I really like the Dolphins in the first half.
Okay. So first half, Sia showing up on a Friday. Love that. All right. That's one play. Now, Sniper, I'm coming right back to you. Fading or following the Chiefs?
I'm actually going to follow the Chiefs. I can't imagine them not bouncing back from that horrible game in Denver. I just think, 6-2 so far this season. Obviously, they lost game 1 and then they reeled off those wins. I know they looked broken against the Broncos, but that was just one game. I really, really like a bounce back here. I am absolutely following the Chiefs.
And I would never make an excuse like the whole team had the flu, but my connections say the entire team had the flu last week. And when you're playing at altitude on top of being sick,
it was all cold.
Yeah, cardio kills you. Smart, Sniper. Very, very smart. Chip, coming to you. Fading or following the Chiefs?
Oh, we are following because we, of course, are going to be playing at Deutsche Bank Park. That is the home of Eintracht Frankfurt. And why is that important? It is an open roof stadium. And what is the weather for Frankfurt on Sunday? Oh, is that 80% chance of showers and 53 degrees? You think those little Miami Dolphins are going to be shivering? No, KC is built to be able to win tough and win fast. They do it both ways. I think the Chiefs are more ready for the environment, and I think that Chiefs will win this game.
All right, so we got 3 different looks, 2 on the Chiefs, 1 fading the Chiefs. How about Michael in the chat? He says, I got a day where I can catch the show live, and the energy has me bouncing. Me too. Me too. Also, Josh says, this is a testament, Coach, to how good your show is. Our show is. I'm in the middle of whitetail hunting in the Midwest, and I brought my EC first-generation AirPods so I don't miss the absolute best part of the day. I had no idea EC even had his own signature headphones, but hey, apparently he does. He goes 2-0, and he has his own AirPods out there. You didn't find that funny, Buckets? That was a really good one.
That was a great one, Coach.
Oh, my God. It'll be one of those days. Oh, no. Here it comes. Here it comes. You want all the sympathy chat questions and comments. Now, so many of you, literally hundreds into the thousands, and we can't thank you enough. But after tomorrow, we're moving on to something bigger, something better with our new partners. Now, new BetMGM customers can sign up today and get $200 in bonus bets. Just place your first wager of at least $10, and you will receive $200 instantly in bonus bets, regardless of your wager's outcome, with bonus code EDGE200. Now, we know a few weeks ago, Buckets went behind my back to do his own thing because he thinks this is his show. Apologies, Chip. Apologies, Sniper. Apologies, Counselor. But now he's just taking it to a whole nother level. His very own pick the prop, but yet he is trying to pull one. I have no idea what this graphic says. None whatsoever. This is an anytime goal scoring prop for the weekend. Buckets, explain yourself.
Coach, there's a lot to explain here, but I saw as soon as Valentin Castellanos, a.k.a. Tati, popped up, Sniper's eyes got a bit wide there. I know that Sniper is a big Lazio fan there, a big fan of Serie A, so I can't pick Valentin Castellanos because I know that's who Sniper wants here, Coach. But we still have 4 incredible picks. We've got to look at Deniz Undav here. We all know that Stuttgart is one of the best teams in the Bundesliga, but they're only one of the best teams because Serhou Guirassy had such a good start to the season. Now that he is out injured for the next couple weeks, Deniz Undav is playing that number 9 spot, and he's scored in 3 of his last 4 matches here. So he's filling that Guirassy-sized hole in this team well, and I think at plus 115, I would have played that up to minus 150 with the form he's in and with the form Stuttgart is in currently.
There are certain moments in my life where I question my career choice or where my career has gone to. This moment is one of those. Snug the Cat says, Hoang Hee Chung all day. I never thought I would say that in my entire career. But alas, Snug the Cat, you have arrived. All right, so we played Pick the Prop, played a little Fade or Follow, but we have a full board today. But not before we get you little bit tasty for the weekend, because on CBS on Saturday, you can just park your butt right on the couch all day long. Snake?
This is big-time college ball.
Every play matters.
First play of the game to the last play of the game.
John says, okay, now explain that in English. Yeah, we're wanting the same exact thing. All right, it is that time. You guys come here for the entertainment? Yes, we give that to you. But we also come here for the education. That's why we say hashtag educate and entertain. Hashtag knowledge is power. So, Sniper, I'm coming right to you, big boy. Normally, on another day, you're our anchor. But today, you're going to kick us off. Floor is yours.
Hey, I'm comfortable in the leadoff spot anyway. It's a good spot for the little fast guys, or us Davids out there, as Mr. Goliath would like to point out at times. Anyway, we've got one NFL play for Sunday. This is weird for me. I usually have baseball every single day, so now we have to look ahead a few days. I'm going to go with Alvin Kamara over 92.5 rushing plus receiving yards against my Bears. I can attest that the Bears are pathetic at stopping opposing running backs. Austin Eckler last week had 7 catches for 94 yards. And there's been several games where the Bears were torn up by opposing running backs out of the backfield in the receiving game. Kamara has feasted in that regard this season with catches out of the backfield, but also I think he's going to run it well as well. Over his last 4 games, he's been over 92.5 every single game, including 110 and 153 in each of the last 2. So this one looks really, really tasty here. Also, just glanced at the futures for the World Series. Last year at this time, the Rangers would not have been on anybody's radar at all. So this is a really tough one. But I looked among the teams that are close to the favorites, and actually like the Rangers at plus 1,000 because a good amount of the nucleus is coming back. There's a good number of players that are still going to be in their primes. There's some younger players that they're going to integrate. Plus, I believe the front office will continue to be incredibly aggressive. Chris Young, former player, is a GM. He likes to win now. He doesn't like to mess around. Remember, during the season, they lost Jacob deGrom to injury. Nathan Eovaldi got hurt. They went on the trade deadline. They traded for Jordan Montgomery and Max Scherzer. They're going to continue to be aggressive. So they're going to be there in the postseason. Among the teams that are longer shots, I actually stumbled on the Cubs at plus 3,000.
Amazing.
Again, I think they're going to be incredibly aggressive in the offseason. I believe the division is going to be there for the taking. The Reds will be better. The Pirates will be a little bit better. The Cardinals are probably going to be aggressive in the offseason, but I don't think they're going to be great. And I think the Brewers are going to have a backslide. So that leaves the Cubs as the best in that division. Again, they were 1 win away from the playoffs this year, only 1 win behind the Diamondbacks in the regular season. And I think, again, the front office is going to be very aggressive this offseason. There's a good nucleus, a good foundation there. They need to go out and take some big swings this offseason. I'm expecting them to do so.
This is a great test in a sports bettor's patience. Because if you're going to bet a future in baseball today, it's going to sit there for an entire year and blink like a big old red light. But hey, when you cash it, it's definitely a party.
I mean, the Rangers last year at this time had to be like 5,000, 6,000. Yeah.
Had to be at least. By the way, do you have a new camera? Everybody's talking about how good you look today. You have a new camera or same setup?
It's the same laptop I've had for a little bit.
Wow.
So,
maybe it's just your glow. The post.
I returned home from that drab hotel room with the bed unmade and everything. And when everybody said, oh, Sniper just rolled out of bed, of course I did.
Why wouldn't I? I always get up at 9:45. All right. Now, I love reading notes like this. DB Toy says, yesterday was my birthday, and I had my party at the pay window thanks to everyone last night. Buckets is the gift that just keeps on giving. So, Buckets, you've coined the new phrase, apparently stepping on my phrase at the end of the show, but who cares about that? Because you're cashing tickets at an alarming rate. An alarming rate. So let's keep it going. What do we got today?
We all know, Coach, that the party at the pay window has been going on for a couple weeks now, but today the party goes international. Good afternoon, everyone. This is your pilot, Bucket, speaking. Thank you for flying Buckets Airline here. Today, we are taking an international journey to Germany, where we have 2 picks here for everybody. And we're going to start with a trip to Speissen-Elversberg to watch a fantastic matchup in the Schwein Bundesliga between Elversberg and FC St. Pauli. Now, If you hear St. Pauli, there's only one thing that should come to mind, and that is bet on goals here. Both teams to score, and over 2.5 goals as a same game parlay is minus 130 over on MGM. And this is a team, this is all they do now. BTTS and over 2.5 goals has hit in 8 matches straight for St. Pauli. So it really doesn't matter who their opponent is. They're going to score, they're going to concede, and they're going to have themselves a shootout here. Then for our next stop, we're taking a quick journey over to Darmstadt in the top Bundesliga division, as Darmstadt will be hosting VfL Bochum. And there's no reason to overthink this. We are taking the exact same wager here. Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals once again, this time at minus 125. Because when you think of Darmstadt and you think of Bochum, again, you really only think of one thing. Both of these clubs are currently in crisis mode. They are part of the relegation conversation. They have absolutely horrendous defenses. But if you're going to win, if you're going to get points, you have to score some goals here. So these are 2 matches that I'm expecting probably over 3.5, maybe over 4.5 goals. But keep things simple. Take that BTTS plus over 2.5 and get ready for another party at the pay window.
I don't know how many people actually listen to your take because they're all in horror at the thought of you flying an airplane. Big Cheesy says, I would jump out of that plane if I really heard that. Another one says, do they have parachutes on said airline? I can't even imagine hearing that. There was a time when I was in the WWE, they used to let us get on the thing and talk on real airplanes. There was a time, and we took advantage of it in a major, major way. Buckets, thank you. And tying the Germany plays with the Chiefs, fade or follow, that's next level kind of stuff right there. Next level kind of stuff right there. Now, we've got 2 more superstars to come. But speaking of superstars, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, there's a couple of superstars on the women's side of soccer that could be calling it a career. At least one definitely will be, and it'll all be on our CBS platform.
An NWSL semifinal Sunday you'll never forget, with an icon leading the Shield winners against a legend who's hanging up her boots, and a budding star looking for back-to-back championships against a squad determined to give their captain a grand finale. All on CBS Sports Network.
Will says, Coach, there's no way Buckets did that on purpose, tying the 2 things. We know that. We know he didn't do it. He doesn't do anything on purpose. All right. Now, there's something starting tonight that's brand new. There's a lot of haters out there. I don't like it. I like innovation. I like when a league starts to think kind of outside the box. And most of the players in the NBA like this in-season tournament. Now, you're asking, Coach, what is this all about? I'm glad you asked. Well, they're going to play basically from now until December 9th. It's going to be 6 groups of 5. The top 6 make it on, and 2 wildcard teams to the group of 8, and then they knock out from there. There is bonus money, a lot of bonus money. So these players and the games will count towards their regular season record as well. So I'm in it. So here's 2 plays from our simulations at SportsLine. Warriors Thunder over 227. You want to see Chet play against Steph Curry? That's tonight. Root for points. Then Mavericks and the Nuggets. Let's go over 224.5. Luke is off to a really good start. The Nuggets just got blown out, so they're going to look for a good bounce back offensively as well. You want more simulations for all the games tonight? Well, guess what? Especially for those of you new to the brand, I'm going to do you a solid right here, right now. I'm going to give you 60% off the quarterly plan. Use a promo code COACH. It's right there. Or go to sportsline.com/join and be a part of what we're doing. We are growing so fast. Don't miss out. It's about articles, simulations, picks, knowledge, all of it for one very, very, very low price. Now, counselor, I'm coming to you because I can always count on you for a little football, a little golf, but I would love your take because you're such a great NBA capper for the crew on this new in-season tournament.
I like it. I mean, I think you sort of stole the words right out of my mouth when you talk about innovation. I mean, all the leagues that have innovated, we talked about the MLB. I mean, just adding wildcard teams, adding more teams to the playoff system. That was many years ago, but I think we all agree that that was a good thing. The NFL has sort of modified certain things to make their game better. I think they could go a little further with instant replay on personal fouls and certain pass interference calls as well. But the point is, innovation is always good because one of 2 things happen. It either makes the game better or you tried it and then you can drop it. And in this case, especially when you have sort of like a long slog when it comes to the NBA and people are kind of distracted by NFL for obvious reasons, November, December, those are important months to maybe get people engaged. And this might be at least a partial solution to it, and the load management and things of that nature. So I don't know that it's going to solve the sort of the doldrums of November and December for some basketball fans, but it certainly has a chance to, and I'm all about that.
Perfect. I absolutely love that. Now, of course, you're going to have the negative Nellies in the set. There's nothing new or surprising with this tournament. Seminole 5. Why do we got to be negative? Why can't we be positive? You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Now, I do need 2 picks from you, Counselor, and I am fired up that we have a golf tournament this week. We cashed yesterday with JJ Spawn. What are we doing today?
Yeah, we had an easy one with JJ Spawn. I'm hoping for another easy one. Now, yesterday, if you recall, the JJ Spawn play was like 4 hours after the show. This one is in 40 minutes. So if you want to play this 3-ball, which I would certainly advise, you have until about 11:05 Eastern Standard Time. I've got in a 3-ball Ludwig Aberg over Chris Gotterup and Ryo Ishikawa. This one's a pretty easy analysis for me. First of all, I think Aberg is a really good course fit. For the record, I think Gotterup is too, but I think Gotterup is more like discount Ludwig Aberg. He's not really near where Ludwig is at this point of his career. Now, in terms of where they stand right now, we've got Ludwig at T30, and we've got Gotterup at 89th, and Ishikawa tied for 100. So this actually kind of plays out like I thought it would in terms of round one. Round two, we have basically, I think Ludwig is going to have the same trajectory relative to these other 2 guys. Again, a good course fit. Anybody who's been following golf, especially in the fall season, knows that Ludwig has been playing very good golf. So I really like him here. It's -115. Again, it's a 3-ball. I don't think Ishikawa is really going to compete too much. But again, this is kind of an easier course, so you kind of have to watch out a little bit. Bad players or worse players can do well. But I like Ludwig to just go up the leaderboard. The next pick here, college football. This is an ugly one. This is going to be early evening. We got Boston College at Syracuse. A couple things going for me here. I think a lot of people just want to lay off this game, but I'm going to take the points here. The Boston College is on a 4-game winning streak. Syracuse on a 4-game losing streak. Okay, that's not the beginning and the end of the analysis, because Syracuse has had some really tough opponents, but they haven't competed at all against those tough opponents. They have been completely blown out, partially because they've been injured on both sides of the ball. We turn over to Boston College, and Boston College has been pretty good. I mean, they've won 4 in a row. They beat Georgia Tech, which I don't think is a layup. Georgia Tech just beat North Carolina and Miami in October. They only beat UConn by 7 last week, but that was a lot of unforced errors on Boston College's part. I really listen, we talked about Nick Castellanos, Valentin Castellanos. Well, the dual threat quarterback for Boston College, Thomas Castellanos. He's not a great quarterback by any means, but he's a dual threat. I think he'll give Syracuse enough fits on offense for Boston College to matriculate the ball downfield, score a little bit here and there, and cover the 3-point spread, maybe an outright win.
By the way, quick question from the chat. Herbert -110 over Kuchar. Do you like it in a straight head-to-head?
Not really. I mean, I would lean Herbert, but it's a stay away for me for sure.
And by the way, to let you know how much value Counselor is giving you on that 3-ball, guess what the number is, Counselor, on Aberg head up against Gotterup on a head-to-head?
I would imagine it's -160.
How about 210?
Jeez.
How about -210? We're knocking that down to -115 by adding Ryo Ishikawa, who hasn't played good golf since he was 17 years old. Woo! That's fact.
Love it.
That is fact. All right. I love it. So the Counselor gave you a pick on one of the Friday night games. And if I know Chip, like I think I know Chip, we're going to come strong for the other one. Time has arrived. Floor is yours.
You'll be paying attention to Laramie, Wyoming in the battle for the bronze boot. It's a border war between Wyoming and Colorado State. And we got a lot of things going on. First of all, we've seen Wyoming cool off a little bit. 5-1 start, 2 losses in a row, both on the road to Air Force and Boise State. And in that second game on the Smurf turf, less than 200 yards of offense. And this Colorado State team that's coming into town, they throw the ball more than anyone else. So what is Wyoming going to do? Wyoming's going to slow this thing down. Craig Bowl loves to use pace, loves to use a strong defense, running football, keep it away from Colorado State's passing attack, limit what they're able to do. And finally, I've seen it in the chat, and the answer is yes.
It's gonna be windy in Laramie.
18-mile-an-hour crosswinds through War Memorial Stadium. How's that passing attack that throws the ball 42 times a game going to be able to throw through the wind? You ain't got a chance. We go under the total. Moving ahead to Saturday with what I like to say is a Saturday ad, because you should have been watching on Wednesday that full slate of college football picks that we laid out right here. And for this Saturday ad, we're going to the Fun Belt. We're going to a place where there has been an overreaction, and we are going to cash in on that overreaction because Coastal Carolina, without Grayson McCall, he got knocked out a couple weeks ago. Really hard, scary hit. He is not going to be in the lineup against Old Dominion. But I think that this is an overreaction because we already saw the backup. His name is Jarrett Guest. He had 3 touchdowns and 289 yards in a 34-6 win against Marshall. ODU, by the way, boom, 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 boom. Body blow, baby. They had to go up against James Madison. They're going to be sore. They just lost close. They're going to be emotionally drained. Look for Coastal to get their 6th win of the season behind Be My Guest. And the Chants win and cover 1.5.
Let that resonate for a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll ask you one very, very, very simple question. Do you want to do the work? I didn't think so. Now, Anderson said it simply in the chat. Chip is the man. Buck says, how can you bet against Chip? All very, very good questions.
Damn it, you can. Like you have every right to. It will not be as fun, and it may not be as profitable. But
very, very true.
Go for it.
God, I love this show. God, I love this show so much. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. By the way, somebody stole that from me somebody from FanDuel used that. He goes, grab your paper, grab your pencils today. I saw on Twitter. Don't steal my stuff. Use your own. Sia Nejad, Boston College +3. That game is tonight on the road at the Q's. Then a 3-way. That is unbelievable value. I just told you the numbers. Ludwig Aberg. He was part of the Ryder Cup team. This kid played college golf 7 months ago. That's how fast he is rising. He is incredible. It's only a matter of time. Let's go over Chris Gotterup, who just got his tour card, and Ryo Ishikawa, fresh from Japan. Then the sniper, Alvin Kamara. You heard the numbers. Last several games gone over this. Remember, it's the combo number. Don't bet the rushing number. He's a great receiver. So let's go over 92.5 rushing and receiving. Then, if you're patient, like I know you are, because we're here every day. We do this 12 months a year, 365, sort of. Rangers +1,000. Cubs +3,000 to win next year's World Series. Then buckets today. You can stay in one country. Bundesliga 1 and Bundesliga 2. Elversberg, St. Pauli, both teams to score and over 2.5, -130. Then Darmstadt and Ocho, both teams to score and over 2.5, -125. Again, brilliant way to bring the number down, but you got to hit it. And a lot of you tweet me and go, Coach, where's this bet at? You usually have to go all the way to the bottom inside the game at most sports books. And that's where you'll find this bet. It's a combo bet. It's not like separate. It's a combo bet. Then Chip, 2 plays, 1 tonight, Wyoming, Colorado State under 42.5. And Chip, what's the weather going to be like there tonight?
It's going to be windy in Laramie.
Coastal Carolina -1.5. Then 2 plays from the in-season tournament, which starts tonight. It's going to go for the next 5 or 6 weeks. We will have picks every single day on this tournament tonight. Warriors Thunder over 227. Mavericks and the Nuggets over 224.5. Remember, 6 different groups, 5 teams in each group, 6 winners, 2 wild cards. We'll keep you up to date every single day. Do not forget to pay it forward today. Be kind to one another. We start our day right, but we got to live it right all the rest of the day. 4 p.m. Eastern today, our props extravaganza with Proppy, Uncle Dave, and EC. And you know EC is going to be feeling himself after going 2 for 2 last night, so we can't wait for that. But in the meantime, what a good day. What a good show. What good energy. And let's remember this. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, Lamar, Sniper, back from the World Series. Buckets, under the weather, still here. The counselor, doing what he do. And my man Chip, always bringing the energy. Let's not forget about Snake. making this show look like $1 million. Always on the ones and the twos. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about. Have a great day, the Early Edge. Good luck.